Okay, just a quick video here on the price of UVXY and the potential for it to be have a reverse split. I mean, the SPY is super strong, and now the UVXY is a formula. It is not directly correlated to the SPY. It's not an inverse of the SPY, though it does trade. Normally it trades at an inverse to the SPY, but it is not, and that's one of the misnomers of the UVXY. It is a very complicated calculation that normally I do in my head, but not today. Let me just see if I can find the calculation. That's right. So this is a hypothetical portfolio that is comprised of the two VIX futures contracts that are the nearest to the expiration. So it really is a function of VIX, the UVXY. But we can see, especially in this big bull market, I mean, UVXY came from, if we go back further, $1.8 million was the original offering, 1.8 million, because it's been reverse split, 1 for 10, 1 for 4, 1 for 5, 1 for 5, 1 for 1 for 5. So they like to have this, once this starts trading under $10, the UVXY, then they reverse split it, so it trades back up in between 50 and 100. So they'll probably roll this back 1 for 10, maybe 1 for 7, something like that, 1 for 5. This ETF is designed to go to zero. So it's not a long-term trade. It's a short-term, very short-term, and you can see it's short-term futures because it's related to the close-in expiration of the futures on this at the end of the month. So if the market or the VIX goes sideways or down, then UVX will deteriorate to nothing, and because that's what options do. If the option is out of the money, then it expires worthless. And with the strength of this market, UVXY just continues to sell off. So it's designed to go to zero, and so they have to keep reverse splitting it, and then issue more stock. So it has a trade, so it can trade. So when they reverse split it, they just issue a bunch more stock, and so it's not like a low float stock that we see gets reverse split and then they just keep reverse splitting it and tightening up the float. This will always have a huge float to it. But what happens is anytime it gets under $10, then they reverse split it. Last time it was 1 for 5, 1 for 4, 1 for 5, 1 for 5, 1 for 4, and 1 for 10. So maybe they reverse split this 1 for 5. That would take it back up to $35. That's probably what they'll do. And I would expect that to happen here very shortly, within the next couple of weeks. It'll be announced, I suppose, but that's why they reverse split it, because they wanted to trade in around the 35 level. Down in here, it's going to go to zero. So they want to reverse it before it goes to zero.